When we were driving into Mason earlier this morning, there wasn't all that much damage left. A lot of it had already been cleaned up, but here on Columbia Street, it's a different story. I want to show you some of the damage that's going on over here. For a school year like no other, it's going to be a move-in day like no other too, and it all starts in the car.
Oh boy, that was harder than I thought. Michigan is one of just 6 states that still has gyms closed.
Julie, southbound 127 is closed at Saginaw Street right now. I want to show you the scene really quickly right here. Ida, the rock here at Jackson High says it all. Happy back to school for everyone here in Jackson Public Schools. Yeah, Mallory, stay home. That's the message that President Stanley sent out to MSU students last night. We're at Crunch Fitness in East Lansing, where they're open today despite what happened last night. I'm here with the GM, Jordan Guyton. And Jordan, what went into this decision to open today? Who makes this decision? Mallory, who knows at this point? It seems like no, but there's been so many twists and turns and changing parts just in the last few hours that we aren't really sure. It's gonna happen right here in downtown Jackson at the Michigan Theater behind me. Mayor Doby's office says that accusations against Harper's began to spread like crazy on the internet this week. People accusing the bar of mistreating employees, racist practices, and issues with cleanliness. I remember the last time that gyms were supposed to reopen. Gym owners, they do too, and they're ready for this announcement to become official. All right, Julie, moment of truth right here. That was awesome. Live in East Lansing, I'm Spencer Soicher for Fox 47 News.
And movie theaters too. Really out of shape on a parking lot in Holt this morning. I'm Spencer Soicher for News 10.
Call 1001, 1002.
Yeah, he wishes. Call Spencer Soicher for all your personal training needs.
He's been busy. You see here? So something's been in here that shouldn't. And I think
it is?
Chipmunks, they're driving me crazy.
America's angry mayor is irate. Right now, it's at the chipmunks in his garden, but could former Lansing Mayor Verge Bernero leave his tomatoes and kale to be the angry mayor of Lansing again?
I won't be able to do 180. I'll have to only do 120 because I'm not giving up my garden.
When Bernero didn't seek a 4th mayoral term 3 years ago, that was it. He didn't plan on coming back.
I would say it's still 50-50. I mean, maybe it's 55-45 toward running. I did not think I would be in this position when I stepped back.
Bernero took some time off with family. He said goodbye to his dad just a few weeks ago. But people have been calling him. He says they want him back at City Hall. He hasn't always agreed with what fellow Democratic Mayor Andy Shore has done, including during the violent protests on May 31st.
I wanted to go down there, and my wife said, you're not going down there. She said, you're not the mayor. Would I have used tear gas, for example? You know, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I'll tell you one thing, I would have been down there, okay? I would have been on the scene, and not from a window, not from a distance, but from the 9th floor office.
He's also frustrated with the way many of his former staffers of color, like City Services Director Joan Jackson Johnson, have been treated by the mayor's office.
What happened to Martell Armstrong, the Housing Commission Director, was obscene. What happened to Telefaro, outrageous. Joan, the worst of all. Just unbelievable.
So what would it take for the angry mayor to come back?
Believe it or not, Spencer, it's not a political calculation. It's a gut check. It's a personal feeling. It's a family decision. And just a decision about am I needed?
Bernero told me that he plans to decide what he's going to do by the end of 2020. In the meantime, he'll continue to work as the executive director of a manufacturing council. Yeah, Ida, a completely different scene right now. Things are a lot calmer than they were when violence took over our city last night.
Mama! Mama!
It started as a peaceful protest yesterday morning.
Have you noticed our kids are dying every day, B?
Protesters spent the day voicing their concern.
We love you, passion.
Local law enforcement even retaking their oaths.
Pledging to hold ourselves, our co-workers, and all law enforcement to this standard.
But soon those protesters left. The sun began to fade and it became a full-blown riot. A car in the middle of downtown set on fire. The downtown Chase Bank smashed, glass everywhere. Rioters taking things out on downtown Lansing, leaving damage that looks like a disaster rolled through town. Crowds were sprayed with tear gas by police, rioters throwing things back at police. A chaotic night in Lansing that leaves so much damage and an eyesore on the capital city.